What is up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's stream. Very, very special stream for you tonight. We have two of the greats of Imperial Assault, Hasan Khan versus Kenny Brown. Kenny made it to the top 8 at Worlds this year. Hasan was in the top 8 at the North American Championships, so both of these guys, top tier guys. And they are facing off for us tonight. Let's see. I always have problems with my audio right at the beginning. Okay. Kenny's already in the room. Let's take a look at his list. Hasan looks like he's running a little late. Actually, Hasan was just posting in the Zion's Finest Slack channel, which you guys should check out, by the way. Just find Kenny on the Imperial Assault forums if you want in on that. Hasan was just commenting on the forums over there that he wasn't quite sure what list he was going to bring to beat Kenny today, but I'm sure he'll figure it out. Let's take a look at Kenny's list. Kenny is running his classic box. The box is Han Solo with the Rogue Smuggler upgrade, Dracata for his offensive firepower, MHD, which kind of makes the box, that Miracle Worker card, just essential in keeping this box alive. And then he's got Hera, Gideon, R2, Chopper, and 3PO for support. So tons of support in this list. Really only 2 attackers in Dracata and Solo. But between On the Lam, Miracle Worker, and a couple other defensive cards, his strategy is to just outlast his opponent, especially with Han and Dracata, and then just whittle down their lists. This box is a very, very tough nut to crack, and it has seen some very high-level success. He's changed it up a little since Tyrants of Lothal. He's put extra armor in the mix. I'm sure he'll be dropping those block tokens on either Dracata or Solo. Probably 2 on each. And I think Chopper's a new addition as well. So he must have had 4 points in something else before. Probably 2 smugglers. Before Tyrants of Lothal dropped, 8 activations was really important. And I believe he was actually running 9, which is even better. But now with Tyrants of Lothal out and Spectre Cell, 8 is less important. In fact, you can get away with 7 a lot of the time. So he's dropped his list down to 8 activations. So dropping those smugglers, adding in Chopper. I'm not a huge fan of Chopper and R2 together because I feel like they both want to be sitting on the terminal, and if you have 2 guys sitting on the terminal, that's 2 guys that aren't contributing to the rest of the map. But Chopper can also get off the terminal and do some different things as well. He does have 4 speed and actually a decent melee attack with red-green Pierce 2 Surge. And he can also bump guys for damage, so he's got a couple ways to mess you up besides just sitting on the terminal. Hasan's still not present in this match yet. Let's see. Oh, he actually just joined. It looks like he hasn't loaded a deck yet. They are playing on Abandoned Research on Tarkin Initiative Labs. For those of you who aren't familiar, this is the weapon mission, which means at the beginning of the game, 8 weapon tokens are going to get dropped onto the map. And those weapon tokens are shown here. There's 2 of each color, and the colors are the dice color you get if you pick up these weapon tokens. So there's red, yellow, green, and blue. Each player will take turns dropping them onto these spots marked with Bs. You can interact with a weapon to pick it up, and then from then on, as long as you're carrying a weapon, Once per activation per weapon, you can use that weapon in an attack. So during an activation means that Han's end of round attack doesn't count because it's not during an activation. So someone like IG could get multiple uses around out of it with Blaze of Glory, or abilities that give attacks in someone else's activation, such as Jin's Quick Draw. Those are ways to get multiple uses, but most players will only just get one use per weapon during their activation. All right. Looks like HASAN is going to play a Vader Thrawn list with E-Jets and Palpatine. Thrawn is, I believe, a good hero against the box, although Kenny has said that he's actually never lost to Thrawn. He said he's never lost to Thrawn with the box, so maybe my assessment of how good Thrawn is against the box is wrong. I've actually never seen the matchup, so this will be good for me to get an evaluation of Thrawn's power against the box. But the thing with Thrawn is he can discard one card of your opponent's per turn, and Kenny's list is very command card dependent. If he doesn't get On the Lam and Miracle Worker, his list definitely has the potential to fall apart. So Thrawn definitely can throw a wrench in Kenny's plan, and Thrawn's command card is very good for digging through Kenny's list for those important cards. Vader is a good character, but not necessarily against the box, because he will get hit with On the Lam. He also could just have his attack negated by Miracle Worker, or even have his attack dodged. So a dodged Vader attack is pretty bad. And it looks like we have Lion Ambush here on the Jets. Let's take a closer look here. So Lion Ambush on the Jets, of course, Unshakable, which will set up some of those Parting Blow combos with Vader. Palpatine will allow you to use those weapon tokens multiple times per round. And then Lion Ambush is going to let those Jets drop in right on top of the box. Maybe with a big Grenadier or an Overrun. I'm not exactly sure the command card list that HASAN is playing with. Although it looks like we're going to get to see it right now because he is setting it up. So he is running 2 Parting Blows, Dark Energy, looking for a fight, Force Rush. So lots and lots of mobility, which is very good with Vader, of course. He is running Grenadier. Sometimes Grenadier actually gets dropped these days in these Vader lists, and he's running an Overrun. So the full Jet package, even with only one Jet Trooper, like I said, that's not necessarily an auto include anymore, but I think HASAN has had a little time to think about this matchup, and Grenadier and Overrun are absolutely great against the Kenny box. So I think a very good choice including those here. It's a slight advantage kind of knowing your opponent, and these two guys definitely know each other well. So I like this tech here by HASAN. He's also running Price of Glory, which I've never seen played before. Price of Glory is used during your activation to discard a harmful condition and gain 2 movement points. Then you may suffer 1 damage to gain 2 different power tokens. So this obviously is very good in conjunction with Parting Blow. Of course, you do have Unshakable, but Vader could take a damage to give himself 2 Surge tokens or 2 block tokens. He's going to be swimming in tokens, by the way. Thrawn, round 1, will give out 1 token, probably a Surge or Evade to Vader. And then every round after round 1, Thrawn gives out 1 he gives out power tokens equal to the round number. So round 4, he's going to be giving out 4 power tokens. He's just one of those figures that gets much stronger as the game goes on. Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen Thrawn yet, he digs through your opponent's command card deck. His signature card looks at 2 cards from your opponent's command card deck and can discard both of them. He can also mill through your own deck if you want him to. Every round he looks at 1 card from your deck and 1 card from your opponent's, and you can discard one of those. And he also gives out power tokens, which is very, very strong, especially with Vader. Kenny in this game, I think he's going to maybe have some trouble finding the offensive firepower to dig into Vader. It's going to be very hard for Kenny to finish off Vader. HASAN, on the other hand, he might have the same issue getting that offensive push to kill the box. The key to this game is going to be the Drakata versus Vader matchup, because Drakata is the biggest threat to Vader and Vader is the biggest threat to Drakata. So it's very important to see which one of those figures gets more attacks into the other. If Drakata gets more attacks into Vader, I think Kenny might have an advantage. And if Vader gets more attacks into Drakata, I think then HASAN definitely will take this one, I think. It'll also be interesting to see who draws their important cards first. HASAN is looking for that parting blow combo, preferably with a setup card like Dark Energy or looking for a fight. While Kenny is looking for his survival cards, namely On the Lam and Miracle Worker. Keep in mind, MHD, he has an ability to heal, so if his figures don't get finished off, he'll be healing 3 every round with MHD. So it's very important that HASAN finishes off these figures instead of just wounding them. That shouldn't be a big problem with Palpatine and his ping damage and Vader with force chokes and attacks. So I actually think HASAN's list is teched well against the box, but we'll see how it works in practice. MHD, of course, can also use Miracle Worker on himself. So taking a swing at him with Vader is not necessarily a guaranteed kill. He is a key piece of Kenny's list, but not necessarily an easy piece to bring down. Okay. Apparently. What's up, Average Joe? How's it going, man? Good to see ya. Let's see here. Okay, let me just go to my extension manager real quick. See if I can give you guys access to some different emojis on the screen. I feel like we need a salt emoji. Let's see, how do you do this? My extensions. I'm not sure how to select the emotes. I guess these are just the ones you get. So you can click on the screen to do some emotes. I unfortunately cannot add my own to it, but it would be very appropriate to have a salt emoji. Alright. Typically the strategy with dropping these weapon tokens down is if you feel like you're going to have control of the middle, you want to drop the good weapons down in the middle. If you feel like your opponent has more of an advantage controlling the middle, you want to drop the bad weapons down in the middle. The bottom doesn't really matter, so you probably shouldn't bother dropping weapons down in the bottom first. The main thing is, if you think your opponent has an advantage in the middle, you drop a yellow token down first. And it looks like both of these guys are feeling confident. They just dropped the weapons down symmetrically, red, green, blue, yellow. So they're both feeling like they can take the middle here. Technically, they did it wrong. They should have dropped the weapons before they even picked sides. But we're not going to bother telling them that. Brett Rage! I got that emoji. If you guys if you subscribe, you get the Brett Rage emoji. So I appreciate you, Average Joe, for subscribing and getting access to that emoji. If you have Amazon Prime, you do have a free Twitch subscription every month. Okay, lots of stuff coming out real early. We got black market prices. So 2 cards are drawn. And then officer's training is discarded. So already Kenny is digging through his deck looking for those real good cards. Kenny's list is vulnerable to spies because spies can look at his hand and get rid of his good stuff. He needs to make sure he draws his good cards before Thrawn discards them. Imperial officer going to go for HASAN here. HASAN's got to be real careful because the door is open for Kenny. Drakata is very aggressive up there with a focus and 2 block tokens. You don't want to open this door and let Drakata just unleash on your Palpatine. Because he can take a very safe shot at Palpatine and force Palpatine to react, and Palpatine doesn't necessarily have a good response. Palpatine would probably survive that attack, but Palpatine would then have to activate to avoid getting shot by Han. So I don't think it's the right play here to open the door. Planning does come out for HASAN. Planning is the best card to have in your starting hand. Just milling a 0-cost card and drawing 2 other cards is such a powerful effect round 1. It does lose value in later rounds, but everyone plays Planning just because of how powerful it is having it in your opening hand. So now the question is, what's he going to do with this officer? And it looks like he's just going to leave him there. He does push, so he played Planning and he pushed Thrawn towards the terminal. Like I said earlier with the weapons, you only want to put the good ones up here if you feel like you can control this area. You can see HASAN and Kenny both put red weapons up here, which means they are both feeling pretty confident about taking control of this spot. The initiative token is not anywhere. I don't know where the initiative token is. Let me ask. Let's see.
Toss it.
Okay.
Planning.
Okay.
I give out 1 whole power token.
You know, I'm actually not going to disturb these guys right now. We'll figure out who has initiative eventually. They'll let us know. I'll just type it here. Maybe they'll see. Thrawn actually is going to open this door. Kenny doesn't really have a good way to get over here. He could double move. He could double move his Han, but R2 already activated and placed himself in this spot next to the door, which means he would have to put someone here with 3 movement points like Chopper, then move away 1 and open the door, and then he'd have to double move. He'd have to double move with his Han. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he can line up a end of round shot against Thrawn. So that might be a decent play for him. He won't get the Hera bonus on that, but that's fine. At the same time, Vader is most likely going to be double moving up. So he wants... The only place that Han can get a shot at Thrawn, Vader could also get a shot at Han. So he's got to be real careful about that. 3PO already activated and is placed kind of too far back for Han to both get a shot and get the evade. So it's pretty dynamic situation here. And don't forget about these jets with Lion Ambush ready to come out at any moment. So round 2, if you guys haven't seen Lion Ambush, it's after an opponent activates a group. If you have 3 or more exhausted or defeated groups, and it is not the first round, deploy this group to any deployment zone. So, hey, thanks for the follow. Basically, that means he's going to be coming out near the end of round 2 if HASAN plays patiently and passes a lot in round 2. You don't want to play aggressively and have your jets come out in the middle of round 2, because then they'll get lit up by Han and Drakata. So we'll see how HASAN exactly plays this. It actually would be good for him if he was not getting initiative round 2. That would let him play a little slower and then set up a big end of round 2, start of round 3. I'm not sure what Kenny's doing with his Drakata here. He is tapping him, and he shows him... Oh, so he picked up a red weapon with Drakata, which means every attack Drakata does from now on will be red, green, yellow, blue, which is just so scary, especially because he's focused. So it's going to be right now red, blue, green, green, yellow. That's just such a crazy attack. And now HASAN's moving up, and it looks like he's going to actually open this door with Palpatine. HASAN just not afraid of this Drakata. Drakata did already activate, so he doesn't have to worry about taking a shot this round. But this is going to line up an easy shot for Han. Han can pick off this officer and then also get an end of round attack against either Vader or Palpatine. And he could also set himself up to be within range of Hera, so he gets that Hera bonus as well. I'm going to assume that HASAN is getting initiative round 2. Otherwise, this play might be a little too aggressive. The other thing is, HASAN is only going to draw 1 card right now because he doesn't have anyone on his terminal. So he did have the option of just slow playing, sitting on his terminal, waiting for Thrawn to dig through some more of Kenny's cards, and let Thrawn power up to give out more power tokens. Instead, he's going to open this door and let Han come to him. You might notice from my voice I'm a little skeptical about this play, but at the same time, if you're getting initiative, you kind of have to play aggressively. You don't really have a choice. Okay, so this is questionable to me because he does move his Vader up, but he could have moved his Vader the other way and been almost at the same spot without exposing both Palpatine and the officer. And in fact, he could have moved Palpatine in a better position to support his Vader. So instead of having Vader here and Palpatine all the way back here, he could have had Vader, let's see, he was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Vader would have been 2 spaces back. So with his end of round movement, he would be in this exact same spot because this door is not going to open end of round. And Palpatine could have been up here. So I think a little bit of a misplay there from HASAN. But based on the placement of Han, it looks like it's not going to matter because Han is more concerned with picking up this green weapon token. So now Han is going to be rolling green, 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 blue for the rest of the game. And with focus, that's 4 greens and a blue. And he does move back into a little bit of a defensive position, but depending on initiative, Vader could still pop out and force choke. I definitely think it would have been better if Palpatine moved up to draw an extra card. Yeah, you know, I didn't see the Thrawn pitch. So Vader is going to pop out and attack Han. Oh, so that planning wasn't a planning that okay, so planning did get pitched with Thrawn. Pretty good pitch there. Like I said, it's a very important card round 1. Man, only 1 card draw from HASAN though. That's kind of disappointing. So it looks like Kenny had initiative because had HASAN had initiative, Kenny would have had a chance to fire at Vader with Han Solo. Kenny is going to play second chance, which is if you're defeated during this round, you pick one of your figures. If you're defeated during this round, instead of being defeated, you recover 2 health and discard this card. So it will leave you with 2 health points remaining. He decides to use that with Drakata, interestingly. It seems to me like Han is the one in trouble. This second chance play says to me that Kenny is holding on the lamb right now, because otherwise he absolutely would have put Han on the second chance spot. So Vader is going to come up and attack Han. He does have a chance to get the kill with this attack. In fact, if he has some kind of movement card, he might be able to both attack and force choke. We will see. If he had something like face-to-face, he would probably force choke first, and then use face-to-face to gain 2 movement points and an attack. And he could even follow that up with a parting blow. So this Han is not necessarily safe. I'm not sure what the range on Miracle Worker is. I thought it was 3. He does have looking for a fight. That's not enough to get him adjacent to Han. But he does get a damage token, which is very important for this. He's going to move up 1. Let's see if he has any other cards for this big combo here. This is the chance for a big Vader combo. Even with On the Lamb, Han is not necessarily safe. And I do believe that Kenny is holding On the Lamb. Okay, another card coming out. It's... Bear with me. What's up, Jake? Welcome to the stream tonight. Ooh, and Dark Energy does come out. So that means Vader is sitting here with 2 activations left. He honestly he did force choke first, which is the right order. So now only 6 health left on this Han, and even with on the lam, he could absolutely die. And the other thing about this is it pulls him 1 space away from MHD as well. An evade and 2 blocks. So Hasan's going to need a reroll here on that red die. He should have +2 damage because I think he used his power token. So this is right now 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 2 is 6. He actually doesn't need to reroll, so he's just going to leave it at that and see if Kenny has any tricks. Man, this is... If Han dies here, that would just be brutal for Kenny. That dark energy looking for a fight combo really paying off. And yeah, I'm really surprised that Kenny used second chance on Han. I mean, on Drakata instead of Han. 5, 6, 7. Oh, actually, it's 7 minus 2, so he's off by 1. Man, a reroll into a 1 damage. That's just so bad. So, 7 damage there. Not quite enough for the kill. A valiant effort there from Vader. And even Tough Luck's going to remove that die, so actually 1 less damage than it would have been, which is very important actually because Palpatine could have just killed him with a ping had he survived. Hasan really doesn't have much to follow this up with. None of his other figures are in striking distance. I'm not exactly sure how he plans to... He was basically all or nothing on that, and now the return fire from Han. This is just such a big swing. Man, 6 blocks, very good. But look at the other side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage there. So it's going to end up doing 4. Hasan should seriously consider pitching a card here. This Vader is in deep trouble. Drakata is going to unload a red, green, green, blue, yellow attack. Here comes Han's regular activation. Kenny's got to be real careful here because it's quite possible that Vader is holding Parting Blow. He did have to activate Han now because Palpatine could have moved up and ordered Vader to attack. Now we'll see. Does Vader have Parting Blow? He does. All right. Ooh, big attack here. Big attack here. Han needs to have on the lam. And he does, as expected, but a second Parting Blow comes out. Damn. What a combo here. This Vader is definitely getting his value before he dies. Unfortunately for Hasan, there's almost no way this Vader's going to survive. He's basically traded Vader for Han. No dodges coming out for Kenny this game. So Kenny's luck has run out with the dodges. That's going to be 10 points for Hasan. So he's traded a 10-point figure for a 13-point figure basically. But I would say that He's gotten the maximum value out of Vader that he can. He's used both parting blows. He's used a lot of brawler cards, so he still has his full set of jet cards in his deck. Thrawn is still a threat. Palpatine is still a threat. So he still does have some tools. But that was a much needed kill. If he didn't kill Han there, this game would be over. Nice emojis there, Jake. How's it going, Blade? Welcome. Ryan, Jamal, welcome to the stream. Okay, how's Kenny going to respond? He really is not in a rush to kill Vader. Vader is kind of stuck where he's at. Well, you know, the best thing that HASAN could do probably would be to activate his officer, move up and push Vader backwards into kind of relative safety back here. That's really the best option. He could remove the stun during the officer's activation with Unshakable, and then just put Vader right back into this little nook. That's really Vader's only chance of surviving, because Drokata will get an attack. But even if Vader gets pushed back there, Chopper could ram him, and Drokata could get an attack off. So really, actually, that's not even safe. I'm not sure if HASAN has a way to protect his Vader. Dying Lunge comes out. The officer gets tapped. Dying Lunge got played. Oh, that was his strain. So Dying Lunge taken as strain. So HASAN does push Vader into safety, but this is going to mean he's going to take a ram from Chopper. Hey, thanks for the follow. He's going to take a ram from Chopper. He's going to take an attack. So Chopper's going to move up, and Chopper might just attack Vader. Honestly, I think the ram has more damage. Yeah, so he's just going to ram. And he's going to push Vader right back into Drokata's line of sight. So, valiant effort there by that officer, but it turns out to be futile. The nice thing, though, about this play is that it forced Kenny to open that door, and I don't think Kenny necessarily wanted that door opened. So now Thrawn does have a lane to attack, and Palpatine will have Thrawn to order. So I don't think that's the worst play there from HASAN. I think that's actually a pretty decent play. I think it does open up some options for him. Thrawn is a decent attacker. He has 9 health, rolls blue, green, yellow. He has a surge for Pierce 1 and a double surge for +3, which is the only +3 in the game, I believe. So he can definitely do some work on these droids here. And then Palpatine, of course, can move up and use his Emperor ability on him. All hail Darth Salt. Get the rage face out, baby. Alright, here comes Thrawn. Let's see what he's going to do. The jets are going to spawn. They're not going to be able to kill Drokata. Even if they had Overrun and Grenadier, I don't think that's enough. But these figures of Kenny's are in such a tight box that the jets are a huge, huge threat. Kenny could be in deep trouble. Thrawn is going to put a block token on Vader. I think that's kind of not going to be I don't think he's going to get the value out of that block token because I believe Dracata will probably attack Vader and overkill him, but we'll see. Maybe Hasan is holding on to something like Brace for Impact, although I don't think we saw that in his deck. I don't think Kenny's in that much trouble. I think he could be. It depends. Dracata really is his only threat on the board, whereas Hasan has a lot of attackers. But Dracata is going to be tough to finish off. Here comes Thrawn. Honestly, I would probably attack R2 in this situation, but looks like this attack's going to get the kill. He does get 2, 5, Pierce 1. He's actually going to miss the kill by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Pierce 1. Should be 4 damage. I'm not sure why he's showing only 3 on there. Maybe Kenny didn't see the extra surge. Should be 4. Single purpose coming out for Kenny. It's probably... I'm not sure what that was. A strain, maybe? Oh, single purpose. That must have been Thrawn's mill. I'm not sure why he milled single purpose, to be honest. I definitely would have kept that on top of the deck. I don't think that's the most important card in Kenny's deck. On the other hand, Kenny only has 2 cards left in the deck, so maybe he's just trying to dig through all of them. If R2 scomps the card here, Kenny will see his whole deck, so... Double shock on Thrawn. Oh yeah, that would be bad. Ooh, and Grenadier does come out. This could just completely wreck Kenny's day here. This is going to hit 4 figures. Oh, 3 damage. That's going to finish off 3PO. And it's going to do 3 to MHD, Hera, and Gideon. Kenny should have Miracle Worker. It's not coming out. This game is going to come down to Dracata versus the world, it looks like. And now Kenny is in deep, deep trouble. That was a huge grenade there. Thank you for the follow. Man, just a giant activation here from these jets. And this Lion ambush is just coming off huge. Hasan with like the nut straw in his command cards. 2 parting blows. He had planning. And now a big grenade. This is a good attack against Hera. I think that's enough to finish her off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 1. That would be 4 damage. She already had 3 on her, so that should kill her. Oh, and Miracle Worker does come out. Now that time, Miracle Worker came out to save Hera's life. Wow, what an activation from these jets. 3PO and Hera just gone. Now it's up to Dracata to really climb back into this game, and I'm not sure if he can do it. R2's Scomp is kind of useless right now. Honestly, the best play for R2 would be to move up and stun Thrawn to prevent Thrawn from getting a Emperor attack. R2 also could just attack this jet that's right next to him, but it's pretty hard to stun the jets because of their agile ability. Man, really the only threats left for Kenny are Dracata. There's one threat. He is going to focus MHD. MHD's attack is pretty weak at blue-yellow. He has Surge for +1, Surge for Recover, and Surge for Focus. And an attack coming out against this Jet Trooper looks like it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 against 3, so 1 damage and a focus. Or Hasan could choose to use Agile, which would make it 2 damage and no focus. Looks like it is going to be 1 damage and a focus instead of 2 damage and no focus. I'm not sure about that. I think probably I would take the extra damage and prevent that focus going through, but he does decide to let Gideon become focused. I agree with you, Ryan Jamal. I think it's a little bit redundant to have 2 terminal sitters, but I think Kenny decided that Chopper plus extra armor was more valuable than 2 smugglers. It's kind of hard in Rebels. I think probably a smuggler, doubt, and extra armor maybe would be more valuable, but Chopper did get 2 damage on Vader. He can do some damage to Thrawn here. He's not a bad figure. It's just, I don't know, it's a little redundant. R2 actually is not getting a lot of value because of Thrawn. Thrawn just able to dig right through Kenny's deck. Kenny only has 2 cards left. Miracle Worker and On the Lamb are already gone. He has a lot of damage on his figures too. That's true. R2 does have a repair ability, and it is probably the most overlooked ability in the game. I play R2 in a lot of competitive lists. I never remember his service ability. It is a action for recover 1 for an adjacent friendly droid or vehicle. Almost never gets used. He can also use it on himself, which can be pretty useful sometimes. And Emperor Palpatine is going to move up to try to finish Chopper off. He does get the kill. He also added a damage and a power token to Gideon, which means Gideon is actually going to have to activate early next round to get his value. Actually, MHD probably will use an action to heal 3 damage on Gideon. So MHD is going to activate right now. He's actually going to heal 3 on himself. Wait. He's going to heal 3 on Gideon. I believe that is the right choice. Yeah, Sabine being a vehicle has some interesting interactions. 4 damage against 1 block here. Like I said, you don't really expect MHD to do a lot of damage, but 3 damage is not bad against a Jet Trooper from MHD. Now Drakata has a choice, right? He can either finish off this Jet, or he can finish off Vader. He's going to move up. He actually could finish off Vader by attacking the officer, but it's pretty dangerous because if a dodge gets rolled, then Kenny is just totally screwed. So he is going to just go for Vader. In fact, actually, he can finish off the officer the same way. Huge attack there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 minus 4 is 5. And then he can also blast 2. And he could drop a demolish token to finish the officer off. He is going to move up. Looks like he probably will do that demolish token. So he is going to get 13 points. He's going to get 15 points there. So he does climb back into the game points-wise, but Hasan really can win the game on objectives now. All he has to do is he'll probably focus down Gideon next round. Well, Gideon's probably going to activate first, to be honest. If the officer or if the Jets draw overrun, though, they could just kill MHD also. So Kenny has to choose. Does he want to activate MHD and heal himself and try to finish off this Jet? Or does he want to activate Gideon and have kind of a better shot at killing the Jet? There's no rush right now to activate Drakata. It looks like actually he's going to activate Drakata first. He's going to activate Drakata and attack. I'm not sure if he's attacking the healthy Jet or the wounded Jet. He probably should be attacking the healthy Jet, so I guess he could shrapnel. I'm not sure how he probably has collateral damage. So he could shrapnel and collateral damage to kill the Jet. So he's going for this double kill right here. A very strong play here from Kenny, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is enough for the kill, actually. It is going to get converted to block that surge, which is very, very important. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to definitely see... we're going to definitely see a collateral damage here, which will deal 2 damage to this Jet, leaving it with 1 health. And then... Okay, so 4C comes out from Thrawn. That was a strain, I suppose. Oh, and the last card in Kenny's deck was Tools, which doesn't matter since his smugglers are dead. But he's actually going to get this double kill right here. So Kenny does climb back into this game, finishing off both Jets with 1 huge Drakata attack. So don't count Drakata out yet. He does still have that red weapon token. That's a huge boon. HASAN might still have something like urgency. He wants to get Thrawn into the fray and kill either MHD or Gideon. Actually, MHD has 7 health, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just a little bit too far away to get a big Force Lightning off. He needs urgency. Man, urgency would be huge on either Palpatine or Thrawn. He could also pass, to be honest. Like, there's no rush to get up in here. If he doesn't have urgency, he might just pass and let... But then MHD is going to heal, and Gideon's going to focus. So, I don't know. It's a tough choice here. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Barry. Yeah, Drock just doing work here. That was huge. Yeah, did he not have Zillow? He did Zillow discard. I'm not exactly sure how he finished that that Jet off, because there was a Zillow discard. That was 4C. And Agile. Was that not enough to save the Jet? I'm not sure. Yeah, 26 viewers, guys. This is a ton. I've never gotten more than 10 before. So thank you guys all so much for joining. So yeah, the shrapnel was what finished him off. So even with the Zilla discard, wasn't quite enough. And it looks like just a pass from HASAN here. He probably doesn't have urgency, so there's not really any reason to activate Thrawn right now. R2 is just going to move back and block the line of sight for Thrawn and Palpatine. I think this is fine. Just wait. Bide your time. Oh, we got a cheer. This is the first cheer we've ever gotten. Thank you so much, Joe. Appreciate that. Let's see. I think I have a label for cheers. I'm not sure where it is on the screen. Maybe your name will pop up on the screen in a second. But hey, I really appreciate that, man. I really do. Means a lot. All right, where were we? I mean, Thrawn and Palpatine don't mind just attacking R2 here, but then again, they could also double move up. Surge, block, and looks like a evade token. So 3 power tokens coming out from this Thrawn. He does get much stronger as the game goes on here. Looks like he's actually just going to move up and pick up a blue weapon token. I like this idea. He might be a little too far away to pick off this R2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But with the blue, I think he could probably get it. Palpatine can order him to attack from there. And Palpatine also can move up and Force Lightning. Let's see. What are Kenny's last 2 cards? Probably Take Initiative. Because we haven't seen that yet. And then we can figure it out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So Take Initiative costs 0. So he's got 1 card left that costs 1 point. It's probably Brace for Impact, but I'm not 100% sure. Drock is probably going to be impossible to kill here, to be honest. Hey, thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, it's going to be just really, really hard for this Drakata to get finished off. So if I was HASAN, I'd probably be just working on the support figures. You're very afraid of Drakata, but what can you really do? Element of Surprise coming out. Element is a very good card against R2 because his white die is just so valuable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not going to be enough for the kill. But Palpatine could finish off this R2 with another tempt. Then again, R2 can repair to prevent that tempt from finishing him off. We have seen negation, actually. It was right here. So the last card is not negation. But it's something that costs 1. Unless Kenny... Sometimes people run 14 cost decks. I don't think Kenny is, but it could be. He does get the kill somehow. Maybe I count it. Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not sure how he got that kill. Maybe he used Force Lightning to do it. That must have been it. So now the name of the game is objectives. It looks like HASAN is at 22 points, Kenny at 24. 2 figures versus 4 Kenny does have a slight advantage trying to get these objectives. And the other problem is this Dracata still has full health, 2 block tokens, and he's focused now. This is going to be very scary here for HASAN. He can get a pretty safe shot off with Thrawn and still move back into this safe spot. Hey, thanks Bandito for the subscription. I really appreciate that. Yeah, these newest sub things, I'm not sure how they work. They're not updating though. Let me see if I can get them to update. Man, you guys are just amazing. Thank you guys so much. Top monthly cheer. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to fix these later. They're not working right now. I'm actually just going to delete this for now. Because I can't get it to work, so I'll add this back in when I figure it out. But yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Alright, I haven't been paying attention. What did I miss here? Take initiative got played and negated. I actually would have been tempted to let that one go through. Dracata is going to be able to get to Palpatine, but I'm not sure if Kenny would risk that. And it would have caused his focused Gideon to get tapped. I think I would have let that take initiative go through, actually. This game is not going to end this round, so the initiative next round is going to be just as important. I think I would have let that go through. Pretty sure. Yeah, he could have arcing shot, and he could potentially... Oh yeah, it's definitely arcing shot. It's definitely arcing shot. So this Thrawn is not safe at all. And in fact, neither is this Palpatine. This is really bad news for HASAN. With arcing shot, both of them are completely exposed. Thrawn cannot shoot from there. No, he can't. Kenny? He can. Let's do some geometry. Up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. He can definitely see this spot, which means he can definitely see this spot as well. So he actually can perfectly see this Dracata. What's he going to do here? Is he going to shoot and run away? I think that's probably his best bet. That means he's not getting maximum value out of Palpatine, though. There's no way he can get this kill. Dracata has 12 health. He's got 10 left. Yeah, Kenny must have disconnected and reconnected. 10 health, that's... Of course, Thrawn does have an extra blue die, so... He is rolling blue, blue, green, yellow with a surge... And he does have surge for +3. But it's against 2 blocks and a black die. I really don't think he can do it. Don't discount his range with the extra blue. Eight is still not exactly guaranteed. But it's quite doable. Actually, he does have +2 accuracy, so let's see. What is his guaranteed accuracy? 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 accuracy guaranteed. So at 8, he should be fine. Should be fine. It's not always how it works in this game. Sometimes you have a 96% chance to make range and you just miss, so it just happens sometimes. I mean, that's the dream, but unfortunately, after this attack, MHD could just go heal. Or Drokata does have the potential to attack Palpatine and run away. I'm not sure if there's a way for HASAN to win besides killing Drokata right now. Oh, right. He is activating... Sorry, I thought he was activating Thrawn. So he is activating Palp. So he does get to attack with Thrawn here. And he can move up and Force Lightning. So that's 3 damage from Force Lightning. He needs to do 7 with Thrawn. He already did Tempt. So we're looking at... We need to do 7 damage with this attack. Oh, and a max roll there. With the range. Oh my god. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pierce 1. Oh my god, did he do it? Oh my god, I think he just did it. Oh my god, that roll. Holy crap. Oh my god, the salt is going to be real. This is really the Salt Bowl, guys. This is going to be the Salt Bowl. Oh my god, Thrawn. Oh, Kenny calls GG. There's no coming back from that. Oh my god. HASAN really played that ending perfectly. I didn't think about the arcing shot. HASAN was absolutely right to negate that take initiative. He did give himself the chance to win, and he capitalized on it. Oh my god, what a play there from HASAN. Great game. Great game. Congratulations, HASAN, on taking that Salt Bowl home. Hey. Kenny did not roll a single dodge. He only had like 3 opportunities to dodge, but still. He did have his on the lam early, so he had the right cards in hand. But man, what a game. I think the clutchest play was that Grenadier from the jet to finish off 3PO. That just did so much. The last 3 cards in HASAN's deck: Urgency, Take Initiative, and Overrun. That Urgency would have been pretty useful earlier. Alright, let's pop into the Discord channel with these guys and see what's going on.
And Overrun.
Yeah, you can't move your entire box up there.
What's up, boys?
Brett!
What up, Brett?
You guys are talking to a full house tonight. We got 22 viewers in the Twitch.
That's freaking amazing.
Oh.
I'm glad to see everyone was witnessing HASAN cheat.
The salt is real.
That was disgusting.
The salt is real.
Pretty awesome.
Both parting
that?
blows. He had both parting blows in
Yes,
his hand. That was, and then he had Grenadier when his jets came online.
I was watching that.
And what a load.
And did you see that 10 damage roll from Thrawn?
That was-
Wait,
ridiculous.
was that a 10 damage roll from Thrawn there at the end?
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
Oh
first
my
one.
god,
Whatever.
that's a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
You know what would have been really sad is if you rolled like all that, but you missed range by 1.
Range.
I would have been
Yeah.
so sad.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
then it really
But
would
his
have been.
in range with the extra blue is 7, so it's pretty unlucky.
Yeah. Well, I figured I'd take like 6, and then I could shoot and run away.
Right.
But not doing anything against that. Holy freaking smokes.
Oh man, Palp Thrawn. Turns out they're pretty good together.
I'll have to admit, I was doubting the Lion Ambush Jets, but holy cow, did they come in handy.
I know, man.
Oh, yeah,
alive.
well,
Me are the only people who thought you could
got
do
a
it.
Grenadier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grenadier. That was
Yeah,
that was
I
awesome.
running my deck too. If I had drawn that as well, it would have been amazing.
Yeah. Whew.
Man, what a game. I'll tell you, it would have been much different if Han was able to escape those early onslaughts there by Vader. That really
if you
swung the game.
I couldn't believe he had
Oh,
both
God.
car. I was like, I figured, I'm like, he's gonna have one parting blow, so I'll shoot, walk away, and when he takes damage, then that's the one I'll on the land. That was like the whole plan. But I'm like, well, if he's got parting blow, like, there's nothing I'm gonna do about it. So, ugh.
Yeah, what
If
can
there
you
was a
do?
single dodge in there though, it would have been like completely different,
Yeah, I didn't roll dodge. Yeah,
which is good.
yeah, for you.
The chat is saying that they want you to talk in all caps voice.
Oh,
There's not enough rage in here.
oh no. That I already ran.
Oh, we want to know what your last card is. Our prediction is Arcing Shot.
That is correct. It is arcing.
Good call, boys. Who called that? Somebody in here did.
Oh man. So yeah, if you did take initiative, you would know attack Palp anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Yep.
good negation there at the end. I was thinking maybe I would have just let it go through, but you gave yourself the chance to win, and
Well,
you
Yeah.
The
capitalized.
thing is, he was focused and had a red die, so he could have like one-shot Palpatine.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, with Arcing Shot, you probably would have just one-shot Thrawn.
That's what I was actually gonna go
Oh
for.
yeah.
I was
One
just gonna
shot.
rush up, one shot Thrawn, and drop a rebel on him.
Yeah, that would
You
have
did
been
one-shot.
pretty good.
Well, not rolling
But,
that.
but Kenny can't roll tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Well, you also get this.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
don't forget about that one.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Look
Yeah,
at
see.
that.
Yeah. That was the plan, but couldn't pull it off.
Hey, it was
Oh,
a
well.
great game though. Salt Bowl. We'll have to have a Salt Bowl revenge match sometime.
We are rematch.
Yeah.
Rematch.
Yeah, it sounds good, guys. All right, I'm gonna check out of this. Anything you guys want to say to all your loyal fans?
Everyone should listen to Brett's channel, and Hassan is a massive cheater.
Yeah.
You guys should not have doubted me.
Hey Hassan, it's better to be lucky.
Better be.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you weren't lucky this game.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, guys. You take care. Thank you guys so
Night,
much for letting me stream, and great game, both of you.
Okay, see ya.
All right, that was Hassan and Kenny. You could hear the rage in Kenny's voice there. A little salt, but that's okay. That's what we expect here from the Salt Bowl. little complaining about cheating there, but hey, it's the Salt Bowl. Anything goes. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the most guys I've ever had on this stream, so holy cow, do I appreciate it. You guys are just amazing. Yeah, can't wait to see you guys next time for some more IA content. In the meantime, y'all have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for all the followers and subscriptions and cheers I got tonight. It's the first time I've got a cheer, so that's just really great. Hey, thank you guys again, and everyone have a fantastic evening. Night.